Okay. Hello, everyone, on this lovely Saturday afternoon. It is a beautiful day outside. But instead of going out, I am sitting here talking to all of you. I'll probably go out later. It's too nice of a day to waste all of it inside. Even though I got a lot of stuff to do. Might go out for a walk later, so we'll see. I'm not that big of a loser. Even though you might think I am. So as I've mentioned before, this session's probably going to come to a close soon, and I'm thinking this is going to be the second to last. For those that do not know what penultimate means, that is what penultimate means. It means second to last. This is going to be the second to last buy, high, sell, whatever the hell it's called session. What's going to happen after that? I have exciting things in the works, but unfortunately none of them involve Zelda. I almost ran over that lady. Holy crap. So I'm kind of thinking of how to send off this series. I have something planned for, the grand finisher, but it doesn't involve stocks. It just involves me screwing around in Hyrule. So it's not really a real buy low, sell high session that I have planned for the grand finale, but as far as these last two sessions where I do plans on doing stocks, and I've decided that there are going to be two sessions because I believe I am 20 stocks away. Actually, I believe so. Just let me double check those numbers real quick, because I'm pretty sure I am. Yeah, because I've done three. Wow, I've done 330 of these stock pick speedruns. That's insane to think about. Some were with Zelda. Some came after I had or some came before I had the idea to integrate Zelda in some manner. Because again, it's Twitch. You got to do. I mean, that's another reason why I'm probably gonna abandon Twitch and move everything over to YouTube. Because, but like, when I was, trying to actually do the Twitch thing, I'm like, hey, I should incorporate games in some way. So I had this ridiculous idea to play Zelda in between the speedruns, and yeah, it's been fun, I guess. It's good reason to 100% this stupid game. But, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. I was thinking about how to finish off these oh, no, wait! I was thinking about how, what was I thinking about? What was I saying? Oh, yes, I was saying that... Okay, yes. I have done 330 of these stock pick speedruns, and I'm thinking 350 is probably a good stopping point for this series, at least. I do have future plans that I want to do. A whole new speedrun format that I have planned to implement. But probably going to take a break. So I plan on doing two more of these sessions with stocks. While I'm prattling on it, let me make sure I'm going the right way. Yes, I'm going the right way. Plan on doing two more of these sessions, this one included, to reach 350. And I'm kind of wondering what areas to do these last two sessions. And I'm thinking this session I will do Hyrule Castle. The eventual ending point of Link's journey. And for the last session, I will be doing the Great Plateau. I know, Jesse, right? It's so exciting. I will for where Link's journey began. Those are my plans for this session, and that's why I'm currently riding my horse towards Hyrule Castle and potentially certain death. This should be a fun time. So those are my plans to get to 350 before I quit this series and start something new. Although I don't know when that starting something new is going to begin, because another reason why I am ending this isn't just me wanting to switch operations over to YouTube. It isn't just wanting to start a whole new series with new ideas. It is also that my life is probably going to get very busy. I got a lot of stuff going on. Probably going to get very busy in the next couple weeks. So I don't know when I'm going to be resuming operations. I'm sure you're all terribly sad about that. Please don't. I don't know when I'm going to be bringing operations back up, but could be a couple weeks, could be a month. After the final session, I'm not entirely sure. But they will be back eventually. Not on Twitch, obviously. Again, I am abandoning Twitch. Let me save this lady. I did my part. Yeah. So that's why we're heading towards Hyrule Castle to do the Koroks I remain in there. And holy crap, Guardian. Wait. Also, I just realized my TV is muted. Like, I usually have it on low, so the feedback doesn't get into the microphone, but it's, like, completely muted. That's not good. Alright, that's better. Surprise! The old from behind the tree routine. Gets him every time. Ooh, a core. You don't get many cores. Route is safe, buddy. Come on. Hey, Diggs. What's up? Glad you could join me. Do you like stonks? And/or Zelda? We got another one. Let's see if we can trick him again with the old behind the tree routine. Hey, over here. Man, I didn't even gotta hide behind the tree that time. He was just straight up looking in the wrong direction. I'm an idiot. That was close. That was too close for comfort. I know I could just do the reflect trick. I honestly don't trust myself enough to be able to do that consistently. I used to be able to do it really good. You know, back when I played this game a lot more often than I do now. But, I kind of don't trust myself with it anymore. But that's okay. I seem to be able to get along fairly well enough without it. What are these? Oh, nuts. Do I want nuts? No, I have nuts. I have more nuts than I know what to do with. Yes, that's supposed to sound dirty on purpose. And she's the Korok right here. Might as well get this one. I mean, it's technically not in the castle or around the castle or on the castle grounds. But I guess I should get it while I'm... And there are other ones also in Castletown I'm probably going to get. They're technically not in the castle. But, you know, when in Rome... Okay, yeah, that's not going to work. I need to... What if I get up on here? No. Yeah, those are not gonna reach. Okay, that guy's cruising for a bruising. Do I have to launch this one via stasis? That's gonna be so annoying. Oh, no, wait. Maybe I gotta take the raft. Or, well, actually, no. I can also cryonis my way there. Actually, what if... Wait, I got an idea. What if I cryonis, like, a bridge that the rock can slide on? Let's try that. Ha! I'm a genius! Man, that's a lot easier than using stasis. Okay, I'll mark that one on the map. Alright, let's go ahead and head into Castletown and into certain danger. And yeah, that was a floaty one. We're not doing stocks after floaty ones. I've said that already. I don't think I did that correctly. I don't think I did that reflection correctly, otherwise Daruk wouldn't have shown up. I think. But it reflected, and I didn't think that Daruk reflected. But there's another one? Where? Oh, dang. Give me all the screws. Ooh, a core. Yes, please. Actually, I wonder if I should go to the ancient lab first. I probably have enough stuff and enough money. Well, I had enough stuff to build gear. I didn't have enough money. I have enough money now because I sold all my crap to Beetle. Next one should be here. I mean, not that one, but there's another one. Probably at the top of that pole, if I was to guess. This game has a thing about poles. Actually, no, I don't think it is at the top of the pole. Actually, yes, I think it is. Probably gonna be another flying one, too. Stupid chopper Koroks. Oh, I can see all the guardians. There's one there. There's one there. He's behind the wall, though. I don't think I gotta worry about him. Oh, Thunderstorm, come on. I ain't got time for this. Damn it. You know, I could wear the helmet, but I don't know if the helmet protects my horse. Can I wear the helmet while riding my horse? I don't know, and I kinda don't want to find out, so I'm gonna leave Speedy there. What? What? What happened to the lightning? Why did it just stop? Whoa. I don't think there were any guardians this way. I didn't see any. I mean, the helmet doesn't stop lightning from striking you. It just doesn't get you hurt by it. Because I remember having fun walking up to enemies just as lightning was about to strike and just shocking them all to death. That was fun. Like, for example, this guardian here. You have another leg? Nope, you are all out of legs, friend. Ooh, and I am all out of guardian weapons. Oh, crap. That's okay. Maybe. Eat electricity. What? Ow. Did the lightning just delete all of those things? Or did it just scatter them? Because there was a core there that I'm pretty sure I did not pick up. Ah, hell. Also, I didn't realize there was buried guardians here. Forgot about that part. Okay. Oh, I can't. Updraft is gone. There's a path. There's a path, Korok, but it requires me to start here. There's one up by the wall also too. Tell you what, I'm gonna go by the wall then. Can I break a Guardian's legs with a regular weapon, or do I need a Guardian weapon? The answers to this question and more that I do not know will be revealed when I attempt to try them, and ultimately fail. Oh, it's raining. Oh, there's stairs. There's no stairs. Why do you have a tower with no stairs? What? Oh, there's a ladder. Alright, it's better than nothing. But I think I still gotta get up to the top here. Oh, dang. Wait, who's targeting me? Man, I can't... Ooh. Attack you with fire. Tell you what, let me try a reflect. It's A. Okay, I remember now. Damn. Come on, buddy. Ha-ha! Gotcha. Damn it. The Guardian Shield auto reflects, right? But I don't wanna... I kinda don't wanna waste that. No, Horsey, don't come. This is dangerous. Damn it, he's coming. He heard me. That was an accident. I didn't mean to press that button. Damn it! I can't hear it. I can't hear the beeps. Oh crap, here comes the horse. No, no, bad timing. Damn it, that was close. And I'm pretty sure it's that shield that I have to shoot. But, are these all gonna be chopper Koroks? Come on, man. Come on, man. I can't do it. I can't, I'm not a good impersonator. Alright, Horsey, you stay right here. Oh crap, oh crap. Oh dang it, I'm almost dead. I didn't realize how few hearts I had. This is bad. Can I get a non-chopper, please? I want to do a stock pick today eventually. Alright, and I'll mark that one off on the map. I think that's all of them in Castle Town. Let's go ahead and head on into the castle. I think you gotta stay out here, Speedy. I'm sorry. I mean, I think you're safe right here. Maybe? Yeah, you're fine. Just, like, don't touch that muck. And you'll be fine. No, I want to get this helmet off of me. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna be using too much climbing in here. I don't think I need the climbing gear. What do I want? Guardian resistance gear would probably be pretty good, but I only have the helmet. That's kind of why I want to go back and get and buy Guardian resistance gear right now. What's the fun in that? We're gonna go full on attack power. Look at that brute. Look at that brute. Look at that caveman. Why is it getting all spooky like this? Does it get like this when you go into the castle, or is a blood moon happening? I don't even see a moon anywhere. Like all this crap that's coming up from the ground. So there's like 3 of them on this one little bridge right here. Okay, you are blind as a bat. Great. Oh, you know, I forgot it shows you, like, the map of the castle. Man, that used to make me so confused. Oh, crap. No. No, no, no. Nope, you don't see nothing, bud. Actually, there's a pathway one that's supposed to happen on this bridge here. Oh, I can't see the big map? Oh, okay. Interesting. Wait, where's the patrolling one? Oh, I forgot. I'm almost dead. I forgot I have to eat. Oh dear. Okay. I need food. And let's go with some defensive power. Damn. Matter, bud? You scared? Hey, where you going? Come back here and fight like a robot. Ah, crap! Damn it, I don't have... Oh... I forgot I don't have my climbing gear anymore, so it costs more to jump. Oh, at least he's not back to full health. That's good. Jeez. This robot not try running away for 2 seconds. It's funny, because I said I wasn't going to be doing much climbing around the castle. That... Polygraph determined that was a lie. I'm going to want whatever that drops. Ah, finally a ground Korok. Jeez. Okay, that means we can do a Stock Pick Speedrun, our first of the day. Well, I'll mark it off on the map first. Okay, let me bring that up. Nope, that's not right. Bring that over here, that's better. Let me switch screens. Okay, our Stock Pick Speedrun dashboard is up and running now. If you are unfamiliar with what a Stock Pick Speedrun is, here is how it works. I will click this button, and it will take me to the Yahoo Finance page for a random stock. A timer will start up here in the tab, and I will have 5 minutes to do whatever research I can on the stock. Whatever information I can find in Yahoo Finance, as well as any articles or links that I can get off that platform. The only exception to this rule is if I come across a term or concept I'm unfamiliar with, I can then Google it, which is what this tab is here for. Once the 5 minutes are up, it will bring me back to this dashboard, and using what I was able to glean, I will have to decide if a stock is a buy, a sell, or a hold. Now, a disclaimer. I am some guy on the internet. The picks I make here should not be taken as advice for you personally to buy, sell, or hold a particular security. I would implore you to do your own research and consider your unique financial situation when or if you decide to make any moves. I'm just here having some fun, testing my own stock picking skills, and perhaps in the process sharing some knowledge as well if you so care to absorb said knowledge. Sodai? Sodai. Great. So, I also have background music. Let me go ahead and cue that up. Oh, this is from Play on Loops, or not? No, not Loops. I think it's Loop. PlayOnLoop.com. All of these are. And this first track is gonna be Riviera. If memory serves, a nice jazzy little ditty. And the perfect track for our first speedrun of the day. So let's get after it and see what we got. We got Hees. H&E Equipment Services. That is not what a $50 bill looks like. I don't know what that's about. It's an okay chart. It's not great. It's had kind of a sideways go nowhere 5 years. But you know what? History is not as important as where I think it's going in the future. Don't race out to buy no, just because it's going X dividend. No, that's dumb. Do not do that. What is the dividend, by the way? Actually, that ain't bad. $1.10 for something that's $34.12. That is not bad, actually. Let's see. Actually, I should read about what they do, because just from the name of it, you can't tell what it does. And I don't like stocks where you can't tell what it does just by the name of it. It should tell you. Tell you what it does in the name. I mean, obviously they do something with equipment, but what about equipment? They operate as an integrated equipment services company. Oh! Brilliant. Company operates 5 segments: equipment rentals, new equipment sales, used equipment sales, parts sales, repair and maintenance. Provides parts and support services for high lift, aerial work platform equipment, cranes, earth moving, and industrial lift trucks. Okay. But they don't make it. They don't make it. They rent and sell them, and they provide parts. So they're not like a like a Caterpillar. They're not a Caterpillar competitor, for example. They are they're kind of like a used dealership, like a used car dealership for construction equipment, it sounds like. And or also like an enterprise for construction equipment. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Although, just as I mentioned Caterpillar, I can see why Caterpillar articles are mentioned here, because they do have a tight relationship. And actually, I want to see why these two are mentioned the same. Efforts towards parts and services operation will yield results that is relatively stable. At present, the stock carries a exact rating of 2, which is buy, I believe. This year's earnings have been revised upward of 10% in the past 60 days. However, this was from 3 months ago. Yeah, this was from June. Has that panned out? What was the last earnings report like? That was not bad. They still beat that. And that was after, right? Yes. Quarter 2 earnings was last month, or rather 2 months ago. Presumably after that revision. So they revised it higher, and they still beat the higher. It's not a huge beat, 23 cents, but you know, it's something. Of course, 2020 was down. I want to see quarterly more. They're kind of rough profit margins. Because that's like a huge gap between the green and the blue. 43% beating the Zach's estimate of 40 cents. It compares to earnings of 24 cents per share a year ago. But then again, a year ago it was COVID, so that kind of doesn't really, that's not really a fair comparison. You know, this looks like a good company, but the chart is weird because it doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, sure. If you look at the 1 year chart, like, hey, what do you mean it doesn't go anywhere? It went up all this in the last year. Well, yeah, but if you look at the 5 year, well, first of all, it's coming out of COVID. That's not really a fair comparison. But if you look at this, it's kind of just gone up and down, not really gone anywhere. And you can also say that it has maxed out at about 40, maybe like high 30s over the last 5 years, potentially over its entire lifetime. And that's about where it is now. So not only would you need to think this is a good company, you would also need to think that it is doing so well, that it is doing better than it did in the past, and it can break through that price level, that resistance level that it has clearly established over the last 5 years and potentially beyond that. And I honestly don't know enough. I don't see enough comparison between its current business and its past business to really say that. I could almost see it going down from here just because it's close to that resistance. But then again, it does seem like a good company. It is not quite at that resistance level. Resistance level seemed that it could potentially be high 30s, maybe even $40. Not quite there yet. It is still mid 30s. So even though it looks like a good company, that price history worries me. So I don't want to give it a buy here. He's picking his nose. I don't want to give it a buy here, but I want to give it a hold because it could inch a little bit higher until it meets that resistance. It also could break past the resistance, but do I think that's plausible? Based on the history, no. Based on the history, no, and it seems like it, and I don't really see that big of a difference between its current performance and its past performance, because that earnings chart, those earnings over the past few years seem fairly stable. I mean, you know, 2020 aside, because we all know what happened that year, but they seem pretty stable, not much changing. So I don't see it breaking past that level, but it is definitely possible that it can inch higher, closer to that level from here. So that's why I'm giving this a hold. So there you go. Let us kill the music and bring you back into the moment. And also, let me take a drink of water, because I always have a bottle of water sitting next to me. Hydration is important. I certainly hope you think so too. In fact, if you don't have a bottle of water next to you right now, you should get one, because you are not lifing properly, as I usually say. Ah, there we go. All right, good. Drop them on the head, and away we go. Now, there is still one here that's supposed to be... Damn it! I want to see the big map. All right, screw it. There should be one here on the bridge. That is to follow a path, but I don't see any path. Could it be under the bridge? No. That sounds ridiculous. Could I be wrong about where it starts? No, it should start like mid-bridge. Like right there. There is also one on the side of the bridge, it says. Because, like, here, look, let me show you what I'm talking about so you know I'm not crazy. I mean, you can still claim I'm crazy, but that's fine. You're not technically wrong. Like, this is the path one I'm talking about. Like, it starts mid-bridge, And it zigzags, and then it goes over here. But I don't see anything to start this here. I don't see like a flower trail. There's not one of those little platforms. That's why I'm kind of thinking it's below the bridge. And the one on the side may be below the bridge too, like hanging onto the side. Maybe? Well, it could also be under the bridge. Oh, there it is. There it is. Under the bridge. I see the flower. Damn it. What about the one hanging off the side? Ooh, acorn. I see that one too. Okay, let me drop down. That acorn one is probably going to be a chopper one. Ooh, wait, there's also pieces from the guardian I killed. Sweet, we can kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Nice. Sweet. Alright, got that one. Time to get the flower. Growing in dem bones. Oh. Oh, that's why it's all ziggy-zaggy on the bridge, because it's climbing up the rocks. Oh, oops. Let me take a break. Cool. And another ground Korok. That means we can do another Donk. Actually, I get to mark 2 off now. I got that one, and I got that one. Cool, cool. And then bring up the dashboard, bring Yon back. Load up some Muzak. From again, play on loop. No S. Stop saying the S. This track is called Slot Machine. And, oh, wait, no, wait, that's not what I wanted. Here's what I wanted. Yes, let's go. Ooh, Allstate Corporation. Nice. So, I'll admit, I'm going to be a little biased here, because I personally have Allstate for my own insurance. I have Allstate car insurance, and I actually like it a lot. I think it's a fantastic service. I have had claims over the years, and they've always paid them out. In fact, I'm probably about flat even, roughly, for what I've paid in versus what they've paid out for repairs to my car because of accidents or weather damage. I had hail damage once. That was rough. Would not recommend getting yourself caught in a hailstorm. That is some scary stuff. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked here. So yeah, I'm going to be a little biased here because I like them just on the face of it. They also seem to be doing really well. They regularly beat estimates to a ridiculous upside. Looks like almost 50 to 75-ish% surprises. Annual looks good. Not a great amount of growth, but still a steady good business. I kind of wonder what this Q1 here is about, but I think I know what that is because earlier this year they made payments out. They had some kind of COVID program where like they withheld your required payments or something for a certain period. Something like that, or they refunded you your premiums. I don't remember what it was, but I know it involved me getting money from them in some manner. That might be what this is about. That might be what caused the dent in the earnings for this quarter, because I think it was around Q1. I think it was roughly around Q1. And actually, you know what? If I can find the article for that Q1 earnings report, I'm probably going to mention that, if that is in fact the reason why. I want to find that. Announces June 2021 and second quarter 2021 catastrophe losses. What's that about? Month of June after catastrophe losses for the second quarter. 11 events. 3 large wind, hail, rain events primarily impacting the Midwest. Accounted for approximately 70% of the June estimated catastrophe losses. Okay, so they're paying out. But like they're insurers. Insurance is. I still. There's a scene in The Simpsons where they ask Ned's wife if they have insurance, and she says if they have home insurance. She says no because Ned considers it a form of gambling. And it seems stupid, but it really is. Like insurance companies are basically casinos for your life, for things that happen to you during your life. It's like, it really is. And it's a gamble not just for you, but also for the insurance companies. Like, everyone likes to think, all casinos do is win. And yeah, that's because they kind of get, they invent the games, they get to invent ways to tip the odds in their favor. Insurance companies don't get ways to tip the odds in your favor. They can't sell you, catastrophic weather insurance and then control the weather so that no hailstorm ever comes along. No. It is a much bigger gamble for them than it is for a casino on their end. Yeah, I know. That was a rant that was very much unneeded, but I feel like it's something I had to get off my chest. I don't know why. Well, what am I looking for? Oh yes, I'm looking for I'm looking for Q1. Looking for Q1. There we go. Earnings top estimates. That's not right. Uptick in revenues. Wait, what? No. Okay, something's wrong here. I think these numbers are wrong. And actually, I'm noticing here that Q1 looks amazing. Up here, they had $6.11 earnings per share, but down here it says negative 1.3 billion. What's that about? Sometimes the numbers in Yahoo are weird. I don't know why. And it's not just Yahoo. I tried looking at other sites, and the numbers are similarly weird there. I don't know where they're getting these metrics from, but they're wrong. Adjusted earnings, moreover. Adjusted earnings of $6.11 per share. Total costs and expenses of $9.4 billion. If I go look here, yeah, $9.4 billion is not 12.45. That doesn't. All right, you know what? I feel like I wasted a lot of that time. I feel like I wasted a lot of that time not investigating the company and instead just giving commentary on Allstate and what I think of their service. But you know what? That's reason enough for me to want this to be a buy, I think. That's reason enough. I didn't see anything I liked. Those are fantastic earnings. The chart seems to do nothing but go up, aside from some little dips here and there. So you know what? Yeah, I like it. Buy. Allstate, you are cool, and thank you so much for being awesome insurance and giving me not a whole lot of hassle when I ask for a claims payout. You guys are great. I am not a shill. I am not a shill for Allstate, I swear. Okay. Whew. Approaching the castle. Come on, what you got? See, I don't think I did that properly, because Daruk wouldn't have come out if I did. Also, can I just say, I love the Hyrule Castle music in this game. Holy crap. It is amazing. The outside is nice, sure. The inside is baller. Alright, anyway, what am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm not here to yammer on about how much I love the music. I want to get up to that platform there. That is where the next ones are. Actually, I can do that as I climb up, though. Tell you what, I'll climb up the proper way. Because there is one over here, too, that I gotta get. Can I get through here? Can I walk through this? No, I can't. Oh, I just saw a laser coming my way too. Oh, okay. I gotta remember that when I come out of here. I gotta remember the laser. Wow, we're breezing through today. Once I have to get to the castle, that is, and start getting Koroks on the ground. Let's see here. Next track is called Smart Beat. And here we go. Franklin Electric. Oh, look at this little bump. Look at that little bump. A little bump of almost $1. Right at the end of day. Interesting. I mean, it also started the day at 84. Looks like Friday was a bad day for it. Well, okay. You know, never mind. Not in the grand scheme of things. Although, really, there should be a big spike right here because it opened at 84. Yeah, days range, 84.05, topped out. Wow, what happened to this recently? It's been on a roller coaster ride the last couple days. I don't see many articles from the last few days. I don't know what happened. Huh. I mean, this is stocks go up if I ever saw one. Although I feel like that might be starting to top out. Been hanging out at the low 80s since April. Okay, earnings don't look bad. Quarter, ooh, that was a nice quarter too. I wonder what attributed to that. Report second quarter 2021 results. Record sales attributed to it. Record sales of 437 million. Does that match these numbers? Yes, it does. Compared to second quarter 2020 sales of 308 million. Strong organic sales growth in all 3 segments. Compared to second quarter, increase of 42%. In the second quarter of 2021, we delivered the highest sales and operating income for any quarter in Franklin's history, which included record revenue in water systems and distribution, record operating income in distribution, and a strong performance in fueling systems, most notably in the United States. This robust... Alright, I'm going to stop with the silly voice. This robust performance was propelled by a favorable demand environment and solid execution by our team. Further, our international businesses posted strong results across almost all regions. As a result, we posted year-over-year revenue and earnings per share growth of 42% and 60%. While supply chain constraints and inflation are presenting challenges, we have remained agile and disciplined, positioning us to further capitalize on the opportunities in front of us, said Greg Sengstack, the chairperson and CEO. And this was on June 27th that this was released around? How did the stock price react to that? Where's June 27th? June 27th is... So it hit a low of roughly the last 6 months on June 28th, but then I guess enthusiasm for the earnings report started to ramp up. And here's June 20... What was it? 27th. There is no 27th. There's just 25 and 28. All right. What the hell? We'll go from 28. And then it started to squeak higher with, it's kind of unsteady, but it started to squeak higher a little bit. But then at the beginning of September, it started to kind of get a little rocky. I don't know why though. I mean, you could say the market in general has been kind of rocky, but not that rock. Well, actually, no, yeah, it's been kind of rough. Together with subsidiary designs, manufacturing, and distributes water and fuel pump systems worldwide, operates in 3 segments: water, fueling system, distribution. So distributes systems. Okay, I see. I thought maybe it was a electric company. Like actual, distribution, generation and distribution of electricity. That's why it confused me when it was talking about the kind of sale it's talking about. Because you don't usually... This is not what an earnings report... This is not the terminology that you usually see in an earnings report for an energy company. Come on, show me the conversations. Damn it. Alright. I didn't get to see that. I like it. I am not too sure what that future chart is going to look like. But I think the chance of it seems like a very good company. I did not see any indication that the record sales from the last quarter will not continue. I don't know. This is kind of one of those where I have a lot of good points that I could point to for either a buy or hold rating. The only difference between buy and hold rating is basically how strong I feel about those points, and I honestly don't know. I'm gonna go with a buy. Yeah, I feel comfortable with a buy. I think it can continue to do well, and I think I did not see any indication in that CEO statement that there was that what drove that growth could dissipate and not continue in future quarters. So I think a buy is reasonable. I think that's good. I did not do that correctly. Damn it. Having a hard time with this timing. Oh, crap. Damn, come on! I can't... I can barely do one properly. I can't do two. I can't do two. Friggin' rain. Got it. Come on. Damn it! Damn it! Alright, yeah, you know that part when I said I'm not gonna have to do any climbing? Yeah, that was a lie, apparently. Not only that, but it's raining. Great. Oh my god, game. You're killing me. I think I gotta do it like right before. I think I got it down. Damn it! Alright, no, I don't got it down. Nope, don't got it down. Bro, how long is it gonna rain? It's gonna rain for 3 more hours? Dude! Killing me here. Ooh. Giant Ninja Core, nice. Alright, maybe it was all worth it. Alright, hold on. I gotta take a breather. Because I want to check the map to see what even is happening right now. Where even am I? Okay, hold on. Let me look at it this way. Alright, so I'm there. I need to get... Where do I need to get to? I know where I can get to. Or some place where there's a Korok. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. I can continue along the wall here. What the hell was that? Thing just froze. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. All right, nope. Got to be more patient. Dude, that went straight through it. Well, where's the last one? Ooh, okay. Where can I go next? I'm gonna go down by the docks. Well, actually, no, that's over there. Oh, no, it's down there. This little piece of land. Oh, it's that rock. It's 100% that rock. Whoa! Man, I didn't even get a chance to react.
Daruk's protection is now ready to roll.
Ooh. Man, this is rough. Okay. Got that one. Bring up the dashboard, bring you on back. Alright, next track is Smoke Club. Okay, number 4. Numero 4 is the Brunswick Company. Or, sorry, Corporation, because apparently there's a difference. Okay, yeah, this looks like every other chart for the last 5 years. Well, okay, not 5 years, but like every other chart for the last year. Like you going up and then you plateau. It's literally what everyone's done. You're not anything special, Brunswick. What do you do anyway? I can't tell what you do by your name, so you're dumb. Designs, manufactures, and markets recreation products worldwide. It operates through propulsion, parts and accessories, and boat segments. Propulsion segment provides outboard, stern drive, inboard engines for independent. So it does boat parts and boat stuff. This segment offers its products under the Mercury Marine. These all sound like hoity-toity boat brands. Engine oils, lubricants, control systems. Mercury Precision Parts, Quicksilver, Sea Choice. Yeah, those all sound like bougie boat things. Okay. Okay, kind of a meh. Well, no. It's had a good last 2 quarters. Although I just realized that a lot of stuff I see has good last 2 quarters. And then actually this quarter 3, is that actually quarter 3? I bet that's a lie. I bet Yahoo's lying to me. that is actually quarter 3. I bet that's actually quarter 2. Let me read some of these articles. Records reports records showing at Cannes Boat Show. Completed a record showing at the Cannes Boat Show. Okay, present at investor conference. Is this a great value stock right now? Yes, I want to know that. Dividend. Earnings per share. PE of 13. Not great, not terrible. While the proven Zax rank places, while the proven Zax rank says Zax. Hey, look, our rank is proven. Who says so? We say so. Man, Zax and its silly circular logic. Places an emphasis on earnings estimates and estimate revisions to find strong stocks. We also know that investors tend to develop their own individual strategies. Of these, value investing is easily one of the most popular. Blah, blah, blah. Tell me what you want to tell me. Brunswick, BC, is currently holding a Zax rank of 2 and a value grade of A. Stock is trading with a PE ratio of 11.39 right now. When is right now? September 6th is right now. That is not today. Today is the 18th of September. 13, and this says undervalued. That's interesting. This says 13. This says 11. Okay. For comparison, it's industry, sports, an average PE of 25. Aw. PE has been at a high of 17. I mean, I wonder why that is. Because value investors sometimes would like to attach themselves onto growth. But I don't know if I see a whole lot of growth here. Not in the annual chart, at least. I mean, okay, not none. A little bit, maybe. Quarterly is different, but quarterly charts can be kind of screwy, especially since COVID happened last year. You don't know what this is telling you, to be honest. So I'm not really inclined to give that any merit. Likely look at more than just these metrics. Yeah, you know what? I want to look at more than just those metrics. I want to look at things like statistics. Okay, so there's the PE record. 3% short is actually kind of high. 2, okay. I also, what do I want to look at? I have 10 seconds left. I want to look at conversations. Irritated with this market. That's Winnebago, I think. This is buying opportunity with prices targets of 115 to 125. Really, you think so? I didn't see any articles about that, but then again, I wasn't really looking for them. I like it. I do agree that it is kinda undervalued. Is there growth there, though? That's something I'm not entirely sure about, but sometimes undervaluedness can simply be good enough. I am gonna say buy for Brunswick. Yes. How comfortable am I about that? I don't know. I think it can do well. I see no sign of it slowing down. I mean, I don't see any negative years and negative quarters. Actually, that's not true. I saw a negative year. I don't know what that's about. I didn't look into it. But I think that Brunswick was a buy. I saw almost nothing I didn't like, and I also saw things that I liked and that I thought were maybe kind of neutral-ish. So I think all those things together, it makes sense to warrant a buy for Brunswick. So nice, good for those bougie boat people. I'll tell you what, I think I'm just gonna go in through the docks. There's nothing inside that I think I need, though. All the ones that I need are outside. I think. I don't know. It's hard to tell from the map I'm looking at. But then again, I also kind of need weapons, because fighting all these guardians is starting to break all my stuff. And there's a lot of weapons you can find in here. Might not be a bad idea. And also, you know what? Now that I'm at this shrine, you know what I'm gonna do? I am gonna... I'm gonna teleport back to the ancient tech lab. I want to see what equipment I can buy. Because I think I'm gonna need it with all the guardians and stuff around here. And I think I had to teleport out of here first? Not entirely sure. I mean, I didn't see any other way to do it. Alright, let's see what we got going on in here. Just shove open that door like a boss. Oh, okay. Wow, these are really expensive. What does an ancient bow get me? Do I need an ancient bow to fire ancient arrows? That doesn't sound right. Ooh, I have more than enough money to finish this set. Yes, please. Hey, what? I'm gonna buy an ancient bow just because. I also want some ancient weapons. I already have a shield. I don't think I need a shield, actually. I think I'm fine. Blade saw. Is blade saw two-hand? Or is that one-hand? The materials are the same. Cost is the same. But I think a blade saw is two-hand. Yes. In fact, I want several of them. Alright, nice, nice. And actually, I know I said I needed weapons. I think I have enough weapons now. Because really, I just needed weapons for the Guardians, because they were killing me going through all my stuff like that. Yeah, I'm full up. I am full up on weapons. Arrows fired from it travel in a perfectly straight line? Oh, dang. I didn't know that existed. Man, that would have been a lot of help with all of those balloon Koroks. Oh man. Okay. Well, you know, too late now. Actually, let me go and equip the Guardian gear. Actually, can I update this Guardian gear? Is this updatable? What bonuses do I get if I equip all of it? Nothing. I get 0. Or do I need, or do the bonuses come when it gets upgraded? I don't remember. But you know what? Let's see if they can be upgraded. Where's a Great Fairy? There's a Great Fairy. Ooh, and you know what I should do while I'm here? I should do that one Korok that got screwed up by the lightning. Yes, it's still there. Dude, there's still no apple there. What am I supposed to do? There's no apple here. Okay, you know what? Hold on. I think I gotta look this up. Because it can't be that this is forever screwed up. That's just not possible. So wait a minute, wait a minute. Korok apple tree puzzle. Alternative way to solve the 3 trees puzzle? Maybe that's what I need. Only the fruit needs to remain in position, but not the tree? I don't understand. No. Okay. Um. Hmm. What if I tree puzzle track seed apple tree respawn? Apple's not respawning. Collecting all color, I've been trying to do it with just a map for locations rather than full. First time I came across one of the 3 tree seeds where you need to pick up the fruit to make them all match. I didn't know what I was doing and just cut down all the trees, and now to get back, one tree never has apples on it. I found that it takes roughly 1 hour of gameplay for each apple to respawn on the 3 trees, starting with the one... Bruh! I have been playing... have I? Have I been playing for that long? It says... Takes roughly 1 hour of gameplay for each apple to respawn on the 3 trees, starting with the one that has a lot, and then each of the 2 trees with 1. Don't worry, it's not a bug. Just do the other stuff in the game and get back to it eventually. But I found a way to fix it. When I chopped down the tree, if the last tree I chopped down only had a single apple spawn, that apple never grew back. I tried it with both single apple trees, and if, for instance, I chopped the one with the apple, but left the one where the apple wasn't growing, the apple would regrow on the tree. I didn't chop... Jeez, I don't understand what this guy's talking about. But not on the one that I did. The only way to get both single apple trees to regrow the apple was to leave them both and chop the tree with multiple apples, then leave and come back later. To leave them both and chop the tree with multiple apples. I have to chop down the tree with multiple apples for it to start respawning the apples? With the durian trees, traveling away and traveling back doesn't reset the fruits. Teleporting across the map, sitting by fire multiple times, waiting for blood moons did not work. But instead of teleporting back to the trees with a travel medallion when I approached on foot, then the fruit with a travel medallion. The hell is a travel medallion? I'm not sure if that was a solution or I just needed to wait longer, but give it a try. Approach trees on foot from outside their render distance. Approach them from further away. Once you had that I don't know. So it sounds like there's 2 solutions here that I can try. I can try approaching them from further away. I don't think that's going to do much, honestly. Or I can try chopping down the one with a lot of apples and then waiting. Seed 3 tree puzzle not fully respawning. In a row do not fully respawn. Things don't respawn until a blood moon. I gotta wait until a blood moon for these stupid apples to come back? No, that can't be right. Chop them down. If they aren't respawning right, that might force a proper respawn. Speaking for myself, I have chopped them down. The trees themselves respawn after zoning out for a few side quests, and coming back after maybe 2 in-game days. I see, when the other guy said 1 hour, is it 1 hour of game time or 1 hour of playing time? Playing 1 hour, I have 1 apple on the left and 1 on the right, so it did something, but it is a very stupid way to do this when they need a respawn. Yeah, I think I'm just going to chop down all the apples. I think I'm just going to chop down all the trees. Yeah, screw this. Let's just force a respawn and, you know, come back later. Just to make sure nothing screwy happens, I'm going to take literally everything I can take from here. Including whatever may have fallen down here. Like this apple, for example, and... Oh, that wasn't an apple. That was a truffle. Alright, whatever. And this tree. Look out, pig. That's what you have to, that's what you get for being in the way. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, now. Back to the reason why I am here. Let's go get molested by a giant woman. Ooh, I still have some things that aren't fully maxed out. Hey, I can upgrade this. Sweet. Yes, please. Yes, we are gonna watch all of these. Oh, I guess, I guess that they don't get set bonuses until you update. Okay, you know what? I thought that's what I thought that might have been why I didn't get a bonus when I equipped all of these. Okay, that makes sense. So we got the helmet. What does it want? Springs and gears? That's fine. I got plenty of those. The rest of these are all maxed out to the max? No. Some things are not. Because I don't have the right stuff. I don't have Smother Wing Butterflies for the Flame Breaker armor. I don't have enough Star Fragments to update all of these. I don't have enough Shards of Horn to update those. I don't have any Nadra's Scales. Went to level 2 of fairy molestation. Okay. Time for level 3. Ooh, that's a lot of cores that it wants. I mean, I have enough. I wonder what it's going to want for level 4. Man, you got Link all tuckered out, man. Actually, I need to make a little mental note of the stuff that I need to enhance the rest of these things. I need shards of horn. I need some other wings. And I need star fragments. And I need scales, apparently. I don't know why. I think that gets me every time. Ooh, they want star fragments. I don't have enough to upgrade them all. I have enough giant ancient cores. I don't have enough star fragments. I need to be on the lookout for star fragments, then. Okay. Set bonus is Ancient Prophecy? The hell does that mean? What is that supposed to mean? What? Alright, okay. Some nonsense. We're going back to Google. Yeah, Ancient Prophecy. I spelled... Oh, Ancient... Wait, does it say Ancient... Oh! I thought that said Ancient Prophecy. It's Ancient Proficiency. What does that mean? Set bonus available from the Ancient Armor set. Can have made for him in a Kala. Yeah, but what does it do, though? Increases the damage output of Ancient and Guardian weapons by 80%. Ooh. Which, when used in conjunction with weapons collected from Guardian Scout IVs, makes a formidable power boost for Link. Really overpowered. I mean, 80%. I could literally 6-shot a Guardian with an Ancient Battle Axe. I mean, that's good. That's kind of what I wanted. So, good. Okay. But actually, no, before we jump back into the castle, I have to go use the bathroom. Consequence of drinking water. So we will be back in a short bit. And onward we go. We going back to Castle. That's the Docks Castle, right? Or that's the Docks Shrine. Yeah, it's gotta be. There's no other shrines around there. Gotta be that one. Okay, we are in the docks. All right, where is the next one closest? Uh-oh. Frozen up. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let me take a look at the map real quick. Yeah, let's go head up toward the library. The hard thing here is that I can't tell what level anything is on. But I think I have to go to the library. I don't need these ancient weapons inside. I mean, I don't think I do. I don't remember how you get past this. You gotta put something like in front of it? You gonna push it somehow? I don't remember how you get in there. Well, actually, no, there's an eye somewhere, right? That you gotta shoot? I think I remember now. I think it's on the other side, though. Whoa, what is that? I don't know. Maybe the eye is on the other side. In that case, I think I gotta go back outside. Alright, you know what? We'll save that one for later then. Let me go out onto that balcony I was trying to get to before. Whoa! Hey, bud, what are you doing? Come here, I just want to talk. Do I have to go in there to get out of here? I do. Oh, here's the weapon room I was talking about. No, I don't want... Oh, actually, there's more room for weapons than I thought, than I remembered. Okay. How do I draw... Yeah. No, I'm going the wrong way. And I have no reason to go out into the dining hall. I don't want to go out into the dining hall. I want to go down this hallway. Right? Yes. Ow. Nope, give me that. Ooh, Thunder Bread. Oh, are you kidding? Are you... What? Bro. Oh, crap. No, I gotta remember what button it is. Yeah, it's A. Okay. I did not do that right because Daruk came out. Well, does Daruk come out regardless of whether or not I do it right? I am not entirely sure. I don't think there's any way a regular bow reaches that. No. I think I have to... Oh, actually, that was close. No, that was too far. I can do this. I can do this without having to bring out the ancient bow. I think. That was almost perfect, just barely missed it. I keep getting off target, though. Alright, you know what? Screw this. Bro, the description said it goes straight. Don't go lying to me. The description should say it goes almost straight. That is a liar, liar, pants on fire tooltip. The hell? Alright. We're not done here yet, though, because there is another one somewhere. Don't know where, though. It's the crest. Oh, no, wait. Don't want to use that bow. Yeah, let's use that bow. Oh, and this guy's on the ground. That means I get to do another stonk. It's about time. No more futzing around. Time to get the show underway. And that means a new music track, which is Solitude. Very somber, very sad. Alright, let's see what we have here. Trees medical concepts. Okay. Adductoplasty. What is adductoplasty? Mid-foot correction system? Is that what adductoplasty is? It's work on your foot? I mean, orthopedic. That's what feet are. That is your feet doctor. Company driving a paradigm shift in the surgical treatment of hallux valgus, constantly known as bunions. Ew. 3D bunion correction. Merp pushes up glasses. 2D bunions are superior. Okay, so is that all they do? Do they just do feet things? An orthopedic medical device company engaged in the design, manufacture, marketing of device and/or biologic solutions for foot and ankle surgeons. They're also a fairly new company. It looks like only became public 5 months ago. I want to hear a little more about their history, seeing as it should be fairly easy to digest. So, it became public back in April. Kind of up and down until May, spiked up to 35, fell down again, and recently recovered a bit. So I want to know what do they value themselves as? That's usually the first thing I like to look at. What do they value themselves as? Announces pricing of upsize initial offering. So 11,250 at public offering price of $17 per share. So at IPO, they valued themselves at $17. What was the day they became public? It looks like it was April 23rd. That seems to be their first day that they traded. And they opened at, actually, I can see this in historical data. This isn't that far back. I can see this in historical data if I wanted to. Have to go a little far back in time. So yeah, April 23rd is when they IPO'd, and they opened at 24.50. That is the open column, right? Yes, they opened at 24.50. They were 28.55 by the end of the day. They were 30.93. They were 34.47 2 days later. Or, well, 2 trading days later. So they were off to a good start. So they opened above the price they valued themselves at, and they were far above that even, $10 more above that. 3 trading days later, that is nice. And I also noticed that, let me go back to the summary screen. I also noticed another sign that I like, in that they reported first quarter 2021 results on May 25th. That is when this pop happened. Oh, wait, let me go back to the pop. That is when this run up happened. After a few days after that, it must have been fairly good. No, maybe. Doesn't look like anything spectacular to me, but maybe there was something in there that people liked. Let me go take a look at what it says in there. For its first quarter, and the results on May 20. Oh wait, that's an announcement they're going to announce. No, I want. Where is reports first quarter? There it is. This should be it. Recent revenue of 18 million, 66% increase over the same period last year. Gross margin of 82%, an increase of complete initial public offering. We are pleased to report a solid start to 2020 with strength led. It doesn't say anything about losses. Gross margin of 82.2%. No? Because, like, I see it's negative. Well, it was negative. Please position to drive was 18 million, representing an increase of for the first quarter. Increase was gross profit for the first quarter for 2021 was 15.4 million compared to gross profit of 18. What? That doesn't make sense. What? Total operating expenses was 16.8 million. Gross profit was 15.4. Okay, I think that makes sense. I've never seen it calculated that way before, but apparently they're calculating revenue as, because I always thought revenue was pre-profit calculation, was pre-expense calculation, but no, they're calculating profit as 15 million, and revenue is something different. I'm not too sure what that's about. But so that kind of makes sense, because that I don't know what the difference is between that profit number and that revenue number minus that expenses number. I've never seen it expressed that way before, but those numbers kind of make sense, because when you take that profit number of about 15 million and you had an expenses number of about 16 million, then that's where your negative comes from. So that makes a bit more sense. And I don't know, this is kind of too early to tell if this is good. I'm just gonna kind of go with a hold cop out, because I don't. It basically comes down to the question of whether or not they can make a profit. And I don't know. I don't think anybody knows. It's too early to tell. So again, hold is if you have it, keep on holding it. It is not if you do not own it, buy it, which I would probably not recommend. But hey, if you already got it, if you're already buying this wave and you already got hope in them, then you know, more power to you, friend. More power to you, friend. You invest in that feet thing you got going on. I am not gonna judge. Oh my goodness, Jesse, what are you doing? You're being a lunatic. Come here. Say nice to the nice internet people. Or say hi to the nice internet people, huh? No, you don't want to say hi? Why are you being a lunatic? Why are you being crazy? You're gonna knock over these wires, you know. And then everyone on the internet is going to be mad at you. All right, so I got both of those. Okay. All right, now I gotta get. So I remember I was initially climbing up before I was so rudely interrupted by a bunch of guardians shooting at me. I was climbing up. At least I was trying to. Even though I was trying to go around the long way, that's probably a bad idea. But the next one is at this gatehouse. I think I did it right. Pretty sure I did it right. Daruk didn't come out though. So apparently if you do it right, Daruk does not come out. That's good to know. See, it's a lot easier to do when they're right here. The timing is a lot easier when you're literally right in front of them. crazy cat. This one is up at the top, I'll bet. Wow, almost like death. Where do I gotta go next? Go over there. What is that glowing thing? Oh, I guess it's nothing. This is where I gotta be next. All right, you know what? Hold on. I gotta do something about this cat. Jetty, come here. Okay, alright. I have the kitty. He is not happy that I have him, but I have him, for better or worse. Tell you what, how about I try to do the next speed run with him here while I'm holding him, and he's unhappy about that. That sounds like fun and potentially dangerous. What do you think, Jetty, huh? What do you think? Let me ask the opinion of your stupid cat brain. Huh? Oh, you don't like this, huh? Is this not what you wanted? I thought you wanted attention. Oh, but not this kind of attention. Not the attention where I, like, touch you and stuff. No, you wanted something else, but you don't even know what because you're such a dumb cat. Ah, okay. Oh my goodness. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm alright. Whew. Okay, let's mark that fella off before I was so rudely interrupted by this fluffy meowing thing. Okay, what do I gotta do? I gotta bring up music. Yes. Yes. Okay, this is still green. It was green and it still is green. Alright, number 6 is service for. That's not how you spell service. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to be fancy. That is not how you spell service. Service first bank shares. You know, a lot of the stuff I'm looking at had this little end of day bump on Friday. I wonder what that's about. I don't know. This is very stocks go up looking. Especially just, well, hold on. Okay, yeah, it's not that old a company. It's only from back from 2014, but it's doing pretty good. It did especially good this past year. It started to go gangbusters starting back in February. What happened to it back in February? What kind of shareholders hold the majority of service first shares? Yeah, I want to know that. matches Q2 earnings estimate. I see that here. Woohoo! Holy profit margins, Batman. I mean, this isn't unusual for a bank, but it's still nice whenever you see it. And I'm liking the year-over-year increases, especially in the 2020. Quarters are looking pretty fire also. For second quarter, now it says opening of international department. Ooh. Orlando location. Declare second quarter cash dividend. Earn your MBA online in 15 minutes. Ooh, I want to read about that. Oh, no, wait, never mind. Announces transfer listing of common stock to the... Ooh, oh, they probably had outstanding shares that they needed brought into the fold. Named to 2021 KWB Bank Honor Roll. Really? Guardians of Growth in Uncertain Times. Interesting. First bank share stock increased. Now it says growth in Central Florida. Mortgage first quarter, blah blah. There's cash. Here's why you should hold Northern Trust. We're not talking about Northern Trust. Zax, get out of here. Names head of private banking. Announces promotion of 2 top bankers to executive vice president. Announces leadership transition. Ooh, when was that? Rodney Rushing named chief operating officer. So that was on January 26th. That is interesting because that's around the time this run-up started. Maybe everyone hated the old guy and likes the new guy. In fact, there might be conversations about that. I want to see. Ooh, this is a good question actually. Anyone actually use this bank that can give their 2 cents? I can tell you they are very good. They know their customers and are very smart about how they deal with their account holders and employees. They invest in good bankers and make them feel empowered to deal with their clients. Best bank that I've ever had. This is a glowing endorsement. I've acquired many shares that I've sold in the past few months looking for entry points back in the space. Also, they have always increased the dividend, and I think they will continue to do that if they can. Not huge, 80 cents, but will likely increase annually. Really? Man, Tom is giving a glowing review of this company. Question is, do we listen to Tom? He seems like a stand-up fella to me. I don't see why he would lie to us. I am willing to trust Tom, but let's go ahead and read what these articles have to say. What kind of shareholders are holding this? So we have insiders, 15%. It's actually pretty high for a company. That makes me see that they have faith in their own company, and a crap ton of institutions and general public is 20%. Okay. Well, those aren't bad numbers. I'm kind of enthused about those. Names to 2021 KWB Bank Honor Roll, which highlights banks that consistently deliver exceptional growth per share over the last 10 years. This is the 6th year Service First Bank has been named to this list of banking institutions. Only 16 out of nearly 365 evaluated banking institutions nationwide qualify for this year's list. Man, this bank sounds amazing. It sounds almost too good to be true. Yeah, I liked everything, especially that glowing review from Tom. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a buy in the name of Tom. Tom, don't let me down, bro. Do not let me down. Alright, where to next? I think I know. I think I know where we're going next. We gotta go around the east passage, but tell you what, I can do that by climbing up here and then going down. Actually, I should eat something. My hearts are super low. Oh, now that's definitely that's definitely a blood moon. It's got to be. Sky only moves like that when there's a blood moon. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's just because I'm so close to the castle. It should be on that wall there. What? You can still see me? Oh, damn it. I didn't do it right. Damn it! Oh, now I'm gonna have two of them. What? Uh-oh. No, no, don't go down another level. No. Alright, you know, I think I gotta take care of this one first. Whoa! It does three of them in a row? What? Okay, I'm in trouble. Oh, this is two-hand. I don't have a shield! Dude, how do I know it's gonna do that? Does it always do that? It didn't do it last time. Holy, I'm screwed. I'm so screwed. Holy hell. All that for the stupid rock. Oh, you want to go too? Whoa! I didn't realize there was two of them. Actually, I'm being double targeted again. I need to take care of that one. Wanna go? Let's go. Wanna go too? Let's go, bud. Damn it. I can't. The further away it is, the harder it is to get the timing. It's weird. I can just walk. Too far away. I can't get a direct shot. Can't aim properly. And it's also going to take so long that I can just go in here and get it. Without it even, like, really even worrying. Or even being able to catch me. So, that's nice. Alright, new music track is Still Life. We did Still Green, now we're doing Still Life. What about Still Green Life? That's something to think about. Alright, enough nonsense. Let's go. I can't imagine what this is. Probably something dumb, because 35 million market cap? And you call yourself Data Store? You're probably some weird tech startup that's doing weird things. Like, for example, multi-cloud information technology solutions primarily in the United States, in which they offer data protection and disaster recovery solutions, data backup, and data vault. Oh, you know what? Actually, this isn't that dumb. This is actually something that is desperately needed right now. I remember reading articles and hearing people say about how, you know, companies, they get their stuff taken for ransom, and they don't want it. They only regret not shelling out for backups of their systems after the event happened. Because before, they're like, that's never going to happen to me. I'm not going to shell out all this money just to make a backup of stuff. And they don't, and then they get hacked, and they end up shelling out many, many times more than they would have paid for these services to the people that hacked them. So actually, this is not something dumb. This is something that is actually desperately needed, and I kind of want to give it a buy just based on the fact that this is the business they're in, because it's probably going to explode in the future. But I should probably read a little bit still. So data backup, data vaulting. Cloud enterprise storage, deduplication, compression, backup, restore services, standby services. Data mirroring, cloud-based infrastructure, production services. It also provides cybersecurity solutions. As well as applications for continuous security and auditing, voice and data solutions, such as VoIP and data services. Okay, yeah, this is a thriving industry they are in. Forget what I said before. This is not dumb. This is the opposite of dumb. But let's go ahead and read a bit still, shall we? So how new is this? Oh my goodness. What? You know what? I'll bet this was a reverse split. The price did not suddenly spike from 23 cents to $5. Actually, no, that doesn't make sense. Because if it had a reverse split, it would... Well... No, a 1 for... I was thinking 1 for 10. Or, sorry, not 1 for 10, 10 for 1. But that would result in a price of $2.30, but if it was a 20 for 1, then that would result in a price of $5.65. Roughly. So, I wonder what happened here. And, you know, sometimes Yahoo and other charts... account for a split, like for a reverse split. Like for example, pre-split, they give the price that they sometimes give the price that it may have been post-split, relatively speaking, but sometimes they don't. And I'm kind of wondering if this is one of the situations that they don't. So what happened on May 3rd? So May 3rd and May 10th, this happened. So if I go back and look at articles from that time period, announces announces pricing of upsized public offering and uplisting to wait, what a minute. What? Definitive agreement to merge Flagship Solutions LLC and data storage. That was 7 months ago? This is just me trying to figure out what the hell happened with this company. That was February 11th. I don't see anything about a reverse split. Announces pricing of upsized $10.8 million public offering. Units at a price to the public of $6.75? Who would buy that when it's trading at 23 cents? Completes merger of Flagship Solutions. It's not the merger that made it go up, because it didn't go up when it was announced. It didn't go up when it was announces pricing of 8.3 registered direct company at market. They keep making offerings of stock. What the hell is happening here? Was that a reverse split or wasn't it? I didn't see anything saying it was. Before I noticed I only had 3 seconds left, I meant to go look in conversations, because people in there usually can explain weird things like this, but I didn't get a chance to go in there. I don't even know if they would have had answers. I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what to make of this. So because of that, I think I have to give it a hold just on the face of it, because I have no idea what to make of this. Yes, it's a good industry, but their business practices seem extremely strange. They keep making public offerings after public offerings, and I still think there was a reverse split, even though we didn't say it. I have no idea how to explain that. When I see patterns like that for a company, it sometimes screams scam to me. But I didn't see one piece of the puzzle. I didn't see the reverse split, even though I saw what looked like it reflected in the price. There's no way it went from 23 cents To 5 something. There's no way. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna. I want to go in and read more about it. But so I don't break the rules, I'm gonna go ahead and hit this hold button here. So I only have to go off of what I saw in those 5 minutes. But I also want to go back in here and just take a look at some stuff again, because I want to see if anybody in here has answers. Tiny float and market cap, easiest double on the table right now. Is anybody concerned about the PE ratio? What is the Yeah, I saw it, like 600 something PE ratio. What is the earnings potential of DTSD? Bought in at 350, looking for an exit price. No one is buying this on the fundamentals of the speculative play based on several possible metrics. Well, yeah, I agree with that also. But that doesn't explain that huge jump. Will be a good week. Not many people around. Bought 500 shares. Not many microcap stocks have a small float, make money. Do they make money, though? They haven't had an earnings report yet. How do you know that? Source, please. What is your source? Easily see $15 without a buyout offer. I don't... Last time we saw a volume like this was July 7th. The shares exploded from $7 to over $9, hitting over 13 intraday. Really? Oh my goodness. Short squeeze is expected here soon. What is the short interest on this? Hurricane Ida will send the soaring on Monday. Why? What is your justification? Overbought, overpriced, no catalyst, low float, manipulated, trade on your own risk. Sounds fun to me. I like this guy, John. I like John. Okay. Wow, Wall Street Bets got this really wrong. Dude, Wall Street Bets gets a lot of stuff wrong. That's where you go for hype and short squeezes. If you're going there for, you know, decent technical analysis, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's not impossible, but mostly you're just gonna find hay. At the spike re-up last month's price. Reverse. Yeah, this is what I want to know. Does anybody have info about the spike up last month? Was it a reverse split? Pentagon announced they will be rebidding their cloud service to it may be a contender among Amazon. Could have gone a bit more. Be like, what triggered the run last 2 days? Low float. $20. I feel like this. I don't remember this being a Wall Street Bets favorite, but you know, I do miss a lot of stuff that goes on in there. We'll be back to 5 by after hours. Not worth $1. Donkey clown. Probably my new favorite insult. Man, you're such a donkey clown. How does this merger work into a price? It's a do or die stock, and as much as I like what I'm seeing, I still can't find a reason behind it, which leaves me a bit suspicious. You've been pumped and dumped. What if I sort this, because I'm seeing a lot of stuff from a lot of different time frames. What if I sort this by newest? 3-4 days ago, 8 days ago, 9 days ago, 10 days ago. Because I saw a lot of stuff from 2 months ago. I want over 2 months. Apparently a lot of stuff happened 16 days ago. Ugh, excuse me. I think a lot of stuff from 2 months ago. A lot of talk. Apparently it went to $9, $13 one day. Pentagon announced. There's that same guy talking about Pentagon. What is even happening? Buy and hold. We are never going to see this going anywhere. Even I'm going to short this on Monday if it's still up. Mistake of mistake of my 2021. Wow, sold 100,000 sold for 75. With our stock with the reverse split, means every 40. Oh, okay. Finally. Here, finally. Okay, here's something that confirms that a reverse split happened. So what happens with our stock with the reverse split? Anybody. It means every 40 shares will be worth 1 share of the new company. Okay. And then here's another one. 1 to 40 reverse split. I was right. It was a reverse split. It was 1 to 40, though. That doesn't explain the price, or does it? Because... Okay, so finally, I got confirmation already of a reverse split, and it was 1 to 40. I was right. I just didn't see any articles explaining it. But there's still one thing that doesn't add up, though. The fact that it went from about 20 cents to 581, because it should have been... let me bring up a calculator. Oh, sorry. Apologies. Bring up a calculator, because it should have been, so let's say it was around 20 cents. So 20 times 10 is $2. If the reverse split was 10 to 1, then you would have ended up with a price of $2. If it was 20 to 1, you would have ended up with a price of $4. If it was 30 to 1, $6. And if it was 40 to 1, you should have ended up with a price of $8. But I see it becoming $5 the very next day. I wonder... So the numbers it shows... When you're on a day chart like this, where it shows one day as a single point, I'm pretty sure the numbers that it shows you are the numbers at end of day. So I wonder if I was to go to the big chart, if I was to zoom in, I wonder if I am going to see it open that day at $8 and close at $5, because stuff like that often drops like a rock after a reverse split. So let me go and look at that. No, I want... Oh, damn it. No, let me go out to 6 months. And what day was that? That was the 13th of May into the 14th of May. So let me do a date range. I want the 13th of May to the 14th of May. And hopefully it can render this properly. Sometimes Yahoo is stupid. Sometimes. Okay, what is it even showing? This is not what I wanted to see. Why are you showing me to the 24th? That's not what I said to do. And also, I want an interval of 5 minutes. Oh my god, Yahoo, you're friggin' stupid. Why are you so stupid? Dude, why? 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 Why can't I see that? Actually, you know what? I don't need to see it. I can check the metrics here. And actually, I can check the metrics back. Well, actually, no. I probably want to see intraday also. Well, no. I can look at the historical data because Yahoo is being stupid with the chart because Yahoo is stupid. I hate you, Yahoo, so much. But you are the lesser of many evils, and I do like your conversation section, so that's why I use you, even though I also hate you. Okay. Yeah, 13th into the 14th. It closed at, I think this is intraday. That means it closed at 19. You know, it doesn't matter. It's around 20 cents. But then it opened at $5 the next day. So so the reverse split happened, and it started to trade way down from where it should, where the math checks out. But then but then apparently it got caught on with the Wall Street Bets guys, and they started pushing it right around, there was a day they said where it was not, yeah, right around here. Looks like it started on the 6th, went into the 7th. Started to die off a bit on the 8th. Although, what's interesting, it started lower, it went higher. It tried to have a resurgence, but then it wasn't going. The market wasn't having it. And it started to die off again. And although what's interesting is that the volume remained significantly higher since then. Interesting volume on this day, September 2nd. I don't know what that's about, but you know what? I think I've done some after retrospect on this enough. So yeah, there was a reverse split. I was right. And honestly, if I was to go back here and I could change this, I would kind of want to give it a sell now, because with the reverse split and the constant offerings of new shares, that is classic. I know I said I like the business and the sector it's in, but those two things together are classic scam stock material. It's part and parcel. So if I knew that in fact was a reverse split, not just a huge jump, I probably would have given this a sell. But you know what? I already gave it a hold, so that hold call is gonna be immortalized there. And good luck to whatever apes may be holding this. I have a feeling that you may need it. Whew! Alright, that was a hell of a rant. Oh, baby. Alright. Yeah, I want to go in that entrance down there. Because I feel like the Korok that I'm looking at on the map is inside. Well, actually, you know what? Let me just double check real quick. Let me just check if there's actually anything out here. I don't see anything. Oh, I think it is. That's the library. Need to go past the library. And down there. To that entrance. Where I want to go. Take the mine cart? Yeah, sure, we'll take the mine cart. You stuck? You stuck under the mine cart? Bad. Okay, whoa, whoa, wait a minute. What's with this ice here? Wait, it just disappeared. What the hell? Although this is where I think the Korok is supposed to be. Is it the ice or this rock? Oh wait, that's not a rock. I think it's the ice. Do I have anything with fire? I have a flame. I have a meteor rod. Yeah. Whee! Melting ice. Yay! It's so exciting. We just get to hang back and listen to the awesome music. That's fine with me. I get all three of them? Yep. And now we play the waiting game. Wonderful. Oh, showing up already. Standing here waiting like an idiot. Alright, so that's the one that was under there. Okay, so that's fine. Where do I go next? I need to make it to Zelda's study. That is way up there. Should I just go back outside? Or should I drudge through the castle? I'll drudge through the castle. Because outside is scary. Too many gosh dang guardians. The Talus? I have no interest in fighting you. I'm just using you to get a head start up climbing up the wall. Now I can get through here. Yeah, I can get out here. No, I'll go through the castle. I don't know, that's a lot of castle to go through, man. I have to go literally to the opposite side. You know what? Screw it. I'm going outside. Don't look this way, don't look this way. Damn it. Come on, what you got? What you got? Wait, where's that coming from? Oh, jeez. Oh my god, Jesse, what do you want? No, no! Salmon time. Oh, no, I'm going the wrong way. I want to go the other way. I need to get to... ways? I don't know, man. There's a lot of stuff right here. It could be literally anything. Ooh, rock? Rock? Is it a rock? And now you see, the problem is that here, look at this. There's these two right here, and there's this one I have no idea where it is. There's these two right here, and it's like I don't even know which one. Actually, maybe it's that one. These two are like in the study. This one is like on the you know, I think it's this one. Aha, ha 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 ha. Yes. Victory. Oh, yes, music. This is Torn. And no, not the one you're thinking of. Ah, let's see what we got. Give me something good. Oh man, I almost went 5 whole minutes without having to look at a SPAC company. Man, you just had to go ruin the ride. Ugh, what is this garbage? Why am I even looking at this? They even know what they're gonna merge with yet? No. They just IPO'd and now it's just, you know, whatever, you know, no, nobody cares. Ugh, I hate it so much. Okay, yeah. What am I supposed to, what am I supposed to look at now? I have nothing to look at. They had a $200 million initial public offering of $10, and now where are you? Where are you? 6 months later. Share price is down. You have no announcements. You have nothing. I don't like. Maybe if I read this, there's at least an inkling of what it may be merging with. Expecting a merger, capital stock company is led by Chairman Eric Hippo. Sponsored by an affiliate, one of the most active. Barclays Capital are serving as underwriters. So they have like they don't even, they just, I don't know, making a SPAC first and then looking for something to merge with is a very shoot first, ask questions later kind of strategy, and I don't know if I approve of that. And it's not just because I don't have anything to look at and now I'm annoyed. No, it's not just that. I mean, okay, it's partially that. With whom are they merging? Bro, they don't even know. Alright? I don't know. But then again, stuff like this, I usually give it a buy rating simply because it is in phase 1 of the SPAC life cycle. Again, tell you what, I'm just going to spend the rest of this session explaining the SPAC life cycle, which I have brought up several times before. Okay. SPAC life cycle. So phase 1, you have from initial public offering, what this was, to an announcement from when they are merging with something, okay? And that is phase 1 of the SPAC life cycle. I usually give things a general buy regardless of what the status is, unless I see something that I really, really don't like. Usually give that a buy because once it transitions to phase 2 of the SPAC life cycle, it's very common to see a boom, a boost, a bump up in stock price because of the announcement of who they're gonna merge with. And then, kind of a second, I wouldn't consider it a separate phase, but another part of phase 2 is when they announce, well actually yeah, I guess phase 3 technically is when they announce the terms of the merger. Now that, people usually don't like those, because it usually does not benefit them all that much, almost uniformly. Any SPAC that has recently gone into this phase 3, you will usually see walls and walls of articles about how they're getting sued because the deal they have with the company they're merging with doesn't benefit the shareholders as much as the shareholders had hoped they would, and thus the price goes down, and the shareholders lose a whole lot of money, and a lot of people are butthurt, right? Because their speculation didn't work out. Well, you know, it's speculation. That's why it's called speculation. So that's phase 3, and that usually lasts, you know, straight up until the actual merger happens. So once you're in phase 1, which this is in, I usually recommend to buy, because if it ever does get into phase 2, and there is the chance of it never getting into phase 2. There is a chance of that happening. I honestly can't think of an example, but there is a chance. That's why, sure, it's a buy, but it's still, you know, a little bit of a risk. So, buy is usually recommended for phase 1. Sell is usually recommended for phase 2. And phase 3 is kind of a mixed bag, because at that point, you're not buying it because you want to own the SPAC. You're buying it because you want to own the company that it is going to merge with in the future. Okay? So there's my explanation of the SPAC life cycle, and because this is in phase 1, I'm going to go ahead and hit this buy button and then move on with my life. I can't get up there, can I? Crap. Whoa. Cool, diamonds. Let's read Zelda's diary. After meeting with the champions, I left to research the ancient technology, but nothing of note came of my research. The return of Ganon looms, a dark force taunting us from afar. I must learn all I can about the relic so we can stop him. The fortune teller's prophecy is to be believed. There isn't much time left. But turning over these thoughts in my head puts me ill at ease. I suppose I should turn in for the night. P.S. Tomorrow my father is assigning him as my appointed knight. That better not be me you're talking about. I set out for Goron City today to make some adjustments to Divine Beast Vah Rudanya. I still recall feeling his eyes on me as I walked ahead. The feeling strayed with me for so long I grew anxious and weary.
It is the same feeling I felt before in his company, and still not a word passes his lips. I never know what he's thinking. It makes my imagination run wild guessing at what he is thinking, but will not say. But what does the boy chosen by the sword that seals the darkness think of me? Will I ever truly know? Then, I suppose it's simple. A daughter of Hyrule's royal family, yet unstable to use seal that I said something awful to him today. My research was going nowhere. I was feeling depressed, and I had told him repeatedly not to accompany me. But he did it anyway, as he always does, and so I yelled at him without restraint. He seemed confused by my anger. I feel terribly guilty, and that guilt only makes me feel more agitated than I was before. I am unsure how to put today's events into words. Words so often evade me lately, and now more than ever. He saved me. Without a thought for his own life, he protected me from the ruthless blades of the Eagle clan. Though I've been cold to him all this time, taking my selfish and childish anger out on him at every turn, still he was there for me. I won't ever forget that. Tomorrow I shall apologize for him, as it is translated. That is
Yeah, I'd bet. Words are hard.
And then I will try talking to him. To Link. It's worth a shot. Bit by bit, I've gotten Link to open up to me. It turns out he's quite...
Alright, you know what? That's enough. This voice is starting to hurt my throat. Actually, no, it's not hurting my throat. Hurting my mouth. Getting a stiff jaw. How do I get up? I want to get up. Because now I have to go into her study. Where she stutters. Where she planted this silent princess. Very, very emotional. Let's see. There's something in here I gotta shoot. I just don't know what. Is that? No. Man, these are some durable friggin' arrows, man. Very, Maybe it's something on the outside I gotta do? I don't see anything. Excuse me. I don't see anything very Koroks-y in here. I'll bet one of them is up here, though. Yes. I don't know where the other one is, but one of them is up here, because of course it is. I don't know. I feel like it's out on this bridge. Let's see how much. Whoa! Let's see how much damage I can do with this ancient arrow. Especially if I can get an eye shot. Let's see. Where'd he go? Whoa! Did I just delete him? Deleted? What? Holy crap. Gee, I think I see a pile of parts down there too. Yes. I gotta remember to come back for those. Once I get whatever's up here. Maybe it's under the bridge. Maybe it's not even up here. Maybe it's down there. Ah, crap. Yeah, I don't see anything up there. I think it's down. I'm getting better. I don't see where this one could be though. Nothing up there that I see. Oh, I can't look up any higher? Stupid. No rocks down here. No. Let me go back up. Let me climb back up to the tower. And nothing out this way. No, it's not this way. It's out on the bridge. How? There's something to shoot there? Anything? Oh man, I think I might have to look. I think I might have to look this one up. As I've shown, I have a map, but I try not look. So the map tells me where they are, but I try not looking on how to do them. And, you know, you got to make this fun and interesting in some manner. Ooh, I'm gonna steal some of Zelda's things. But I don't see anywhere it could be. All right, I think I'm gonna. Cause look, see, it's right here. That's her room. That's her study. It's like right out. It's like right outside the study. It's like almost on the bridge. But I. Oh, that's right. I can't go up this way. Who designed this place? Just go look up here one more time. Didn't see anything. No, there's nothing of consequence up here. Alright, you know what? I think I gotta look it up. I think I gotta open this. Let's see what it says. Lift the rock found halfway down the shaft. What? What are you talking about? I didn't see what? What are you talking about? And it's on like a wooden plank? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I am directly over the shaft inside, aren't I? Oh, it's inside. Oh, I'm so stupid. Because the barracks are right underneath where that is. So it looked like it had something to do with the bridge, but no. Because look, this that big tall thing there that I need to go back into. I think it is the barracks. But I passed it by. It's in here. And this just happens to be right below the friggin' bridge. Great. Wonderful. Halfway down the shaft. It shows me a picture of it, too. Oh, there it is. I see it. Damn it. All right. Great. Less edge. At least this means that we're probably already going to get 10 in today, like I said, because there's one more after this, and I hope it's a real one. Otherwise, I'll just, you know, do another speed run for, you know, the hell of it. Okay, this track is Turn Away. Alright, come on. How about not a SPAC? How about... Oh, and of course the SPAC. I don't know why I had to go and jinx myself. And let me guess. This is another do-nothing SPAC also. Yep. Literally the only news here is that they did their public offering. Price until $10 per share, which apparently seems to be a very common price for SPACs. I don't know if it's because they're just too lazy to come up with a unique number themselves. Like it's like sitting around a table, and one person's like, "What about 10?" And they're like, "Yeah, okay, that's fine." That's how I imagine it goes down. This is almost an exact carbon copy of the last one. No news aside from announcing our pricing and an initial public offering. Started at 10, started around March, and has just slowly declined since then because there's no news on anything and they have nothing going on, and they probably made this without having even any idea of what they were going to even merge with. Again, it's a shoot first, ask questions later SPAC strategy, which apparently is something you can do because reasons. Oh, alright, that's enough. That's enough complaining. Offering is made only by means of a prospectus when available. Well, does it at least give an idea of what it may merge with in the future? No. What about on the follow-up? Nope, I see nothing. Well, I found myself in another situation in which I know nothing and just have another stage one phase, the SPAC life cycle, and no, I'm not explaining the SPAC life cycle again because I just did it during the last one, which was this one, DTST. You want to see an explanation of the SPAC life cycle? Go there, because I'm not doing it again. Because I record these in a row and I am plumb tuckered. I am in 2, but I don't know why. This isn't how investing works, Scrapper. Friggin' hell. Is this the company stuff that is expected to merge with Rocket Lab? If so, second quarter 2021 is here. I would expect it to happen already. No, this is not Rocket Lab. Also, if it was, I would expect to see a announcement about it. Difference between VAC-Q and VAC-C. Bearish on everything. Not much, only in the name. Both are designed to get your money. Yeah, I mean, some SPACs are like that. They're basically just siphons for your money. I don't know, but again, alright, I said I wasn't going to explain the SPAC life stuff. I'll tell you what, I'll explain the SPAC life stuff again. So this is in stage 1, from initial public offering to announcement of who they're going to merge with. So from stage 1 to stage 2, there's usually a pop. In stage 2, it is from the announcement to the actual deal announcement. What the actual deal is going to B. Sorry, I just wanted to see what this said because it was talking about Arc Invest and kind of Arc Invest. I know people friggin' lose their shit over Kathy Wood, and you know what it reminds me of? I'm gonna be honest. What it reminds me of? You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Elizabeth Holmes. That's what it reminds me of. And we all know how that turned out. No, I will not elaborate. Anyway, what was I talking about? Spec life cycle, yes, so this is in phase 1. It is not unusual for things to pop from phase 1 to phase 2, so because this is in phase 1, I will give it a buy off the bat. But that is only because I expect it to stick to that life cycle plan. It necessarily does not have to. It could always announce something terrible. It could always not announce something at all and just fizzle, which I think some specs do. I hate everything about this. I hate everything about having to do... You know, the next setup that I do for Stock Pick Speedruns, I really should eliminate all specs. Anything that says acquisition in the title, I should just delete it. I don't want to be doing that crap. That's an idea. Alright, yeah, sure, bye, whatever. I'm all kinds of pissed. Because I had to do 2 of these in a row. Actually, no, was it this one? No, it wasn't that one, it was this one. Sorry, DTSD, I got on your bad side. It was this one that was the other spec. These two. I had to do these 2 back to back. That'll get anybody mad. So I certainly hope you can understand. Alright, and we got 1 more to do at the castle. So it may be that we actually get 10 done today. But this one is all the way up in the Sanctum. Man, I keep forgetting I don't have my climbing gear anymore. I can't just, you know, jump my way up to the top. That was close. I can't grab any of this wall. Man. Bull crap. Tell you what, we're going up the waterfall. Wait. Salvage. Oh. Oh, whoops. That's the wrong water gear. Oh, did I accidentally trigger the boss fight? Ah, crap.
Link. Link. Link.
I'm an idiot.
I'm sorry, but my power isn't strong enough. I can't hold.
Why is it hollow underneath the sanctum? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, you do get to see this cool cutscene, so sure.
For the sting of my revenge.
This will be our final opportunity. We will not fail.
Let's go, little guy. Now, open up wide, Ganon.
100 years in the making. Hold on, princess. Our moment has arrived.
Can I quit this fight? Ah, fine. Is this right? Is this right before I got into the sanctum? That I think so. Thank you, autosave. Okay, so I can't go inside the sanctum. So that's obviously not where the Korok is. So it's got to be up top. And why am I still wearing this gear? Give me my climbing gear back. something to shoot here? No, I don't see anything to shoot. Oh, whatever that is up there, I got that already, apparently. Hmm. Could it be all the way at the tip top there? No, I got that one already. I can see it spinning there. I can see the little speck up there. Where is this one supposed to be, then? Oh, I gotta go more inward. Well, I can't climb up the windows. I thought this was The Legend of Zelda Assassin's Creed. Can I go in there without it triggering the event? Oh, damn. Um... I don't know. I feel like I should be right around here. Yeah, he's up there. I can see him. I've climbed up. I've climbed up here already. I don't see anything that this could possibly be. I tell you what, you know, before I go back down too far, I think I gotta look. I think I gotta view this one again. Ooh, it's a hidden balloon. Really? Oh, what? I never would have seen... Wait, there's a Korok there already. Did I get this one already? Wait a minute. I think I have to leave to see it. No, hold on. Here, bear with me. Alright, take a look at this. So, I have this one here is the last one I haven't done in the castle, right? So if I go here, and I say show completed ones, so there's this one, there's this one up top, and then there's this one. So I have the one up top, and there's this one here with the bell, but apparently I've done that one already because I can see him there. And there's this one here too, which is the one that I saw at the top of that spire. So I guess I have this one already. How did I not notice that? You know what? I think I know what I did. Well, actually, no. That doesn't make sense either. Because I should have seen there were two here. Wait, hold on. I need to get a better view of the outside map. It's not going to show me that so long as I'm in here. Oh, look, there's two stacked on top of one another here. I think I missed that. It's ever so slightly off on the thing. On this map, because there's this one. Let me mark this one not completed. There's that one, and then there's that one. Okay, I think... Yeah, I think that's what's going on here. At least I hope. Well, yeah, because it's showing that one that it's showing stacked on top here in the bell, and then it's showing this one at the top of the spire. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm done with the castle. So yes, this has been the penultimate session. Next time, we shall head off to the Great Plateau and use that as our final point of which to launch Stonks and Koroks. Gonna make it back to my horse. I want to make sure he's okay. But yeah, I certainly hope you will join me. Should be a good time. And then after that, well, that's the last one. That's the last one that I'm gonna be doing stocks at. I got a surprise for the one after that because I gotta finish these Koroks somehow. I can't just start all this stuff and then just not finish, right? So I am gonna do that eventually. Hoping to go out in grand style. So yeah. I'll catch you on the flip.